like to welcome Tony. Tony has been working on the front line during COVID-19, and we thought it'd be really interesting to interview Tony and to find out what his experience has been like. Tony, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for agreeing to this. So I'm just going to start off with the first question. So, when COVID-19 first came into prominence and we started finding out about it, did you actually take COVID-19 seriously when it first came out?
Not too seriously, but after about a month in, of when lockdown happened, after a month in, I felt a bit, yeah, okay, it's getting a bit serious now. Okay, I better, you know, look after my health and also take care of my family as well. Also, my sister who's got cerebral palsy, well, CP. So my main concern is obviously my family health and mental health and all sorts.
And could you tell us a little bit about what you have been doing in the front line? What your role is?
So my role is I basically work with the NHS, and with that I basically prep and clean London ambulance vehicles. So I'll make sure they're ready to go when they go out on shift, and obviously save lives.
Absolutely. And how did you feel when you was asked to start cleaning while lockdown? Did you feel safe? And did you feel safe with the PPE?
Yes, I did feel safe with the PPE, and yes, I did. Was that it was just normal cleaning for us, but with a different chemical. So we had to be retrained on that chemical instead of the normal kind of chemical we used to use. So it's just basically working together as a team, obviously at work, and try and find a better way of doing things, even though this is happening and whatnot. It's just we're trying to find it a bit of funnier in the situation, but obviously we're not laughing about the people who've died. We're laughing about if we would get it, what situation would we be in, and sort of just try and laugh and joke about certain things. So because obviously keep our morale up.
Absolutely. And how do you feel the morale has actually been? And how hard is it to keep up your morale when COVID-19 is affecting us, affecting the whole country and the whole world so greatly?
Um, that's a really hard one because obviously we laugh and joke about different things.
Yeah.
Um, so it really depends on what kind of we are talking about at that specific time and moment. But our morale it's got really better in a way because I feel like we're more closer and we understand each other a bit more than we did before COVID-19, which obviously it does make everyone a bit more happier at work, because normally someone who's normally working on their own is not used to having someone giving them a hand, but now they're like, oh, can you give me a hand with this vehicle, or can you get me this? And so we're all trying to work together as a team.
Yeah. And how has COVID-19 affected you and your colleagues, and how do you relate to each other in regards to that?
Some of us have the same situation at home, so some of us are more worried about going home because obviously family member could be ill or something like that. It's like one of our other colleagues before he came into the job that he's currently in, he had a heart attack. So he was like, well, I'm only going to die old, so there's no point. I'm already old, so it just works out. We try and work together as a team. That's all.
Is he okay? How about the heart
Yeah,
attack?
yeah, he's fine. He's because obviously he used to work on the buses for 22 years, so he needed a change. So it's just working out a balance for everybody at work.
And you're cleaning the inside of the ambulances, and you've got colleagues with you that are helping you. How do you social distance while you're cleaning
Um,
the ambulance? And do you stagger breaks? What is it that you do?
so basically, only two people are allowed on the vehicle at a time, and one person is on the back doing the cleaning, and the other stuff that needs to be doing on the back, and then the other person's in the front. So we're always 2 meters apart, and there is a door blocking our way getting into the cab of the vehicle. So the one person be doing that and the other person doing the back. And yeah, we do scatter breaks, but it's like little 2-minute breaks or like a little tea and coffee, and that's all really our breaks are because of how busy we are.
Right. Yeah. George and Gordon, I believe you have some questions for Tony.
Yes. Hiya, Tony. You're all right, mate. Do you feel like you're risking your own family's health when you go into work?
I do every single day before even COVID happened, because obviously I could bring something home what could affect either Sarah or my mum or my dad or my brother. So it's just trying to work out what's the best procedure of getting away from work, from home. So that's why I try my hardest to always ride a bike, my motorbike to and from work. So I'm not transporting my work clothes or my work stuff on my body, and it's not coming home with me.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, hang on. Is it risking your colleagues' health?
Did you think working where you work risks your colleagues' health as well as yours?
Thank you. Yeah.
I do and I don't, because obviously we have certain procedures in place to look after each other. So it's not. I don't think it really is affecting us, but us together as a working colleagues and everything else. But if we do, say for instance, feel ill at work, there is a procedure where we go forward from there.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to take the next one, Sarah?
Yeah. So we kind of wanted to know how you were sleeping at the moment and how you get yourself to sleep. So what is your return home procedure, seeing as you like that word so much?
So obviously I'll start when I'm just finished work. So I basically get rid of all my work uniform. So I chuck it into a locker where I'll reuse it that next night, and get rid of all my PPE, so which will be in a clinical waste bag and tagged and fit in the bin. And then I'll go and have a shower, and then I'll get dried obviously, and then get my motorbike, get home, have something to eat, either a sandwich or a bowl of cereal, and then I'll go to sleep with a bit of music on.
He says a bit, it's very loud.
He enjoys it, you don't know.
Tell him what kind of music you like, because I think everyone else would be a bit shocked by what you fall asleep to.
Only a bit of heavy music. It's not that.
Heavy drum and bass.
Which band's your favourite, Tony?
I like any type of heavy beats to the music. At the moment, I'm listening to some of Nightcore music, so it's a bit of I vary.
What skills do you think you have that make you good for the type of job you have?
Well, obviously, I know all the equipment. I know where it all goes. Where if we use a scenario where if the ambulance do come here for either Sarah or someone else in my family, and the paramedics need something from the ambulance, I can always go and get it, because I know I feel more helping that kind of way, instead of, standing there and getting someone to, make a cup of tea, because that's what they normally say. So it varies, because obviously you don't know when you're going to use your knowledge for the vehicle.
Yeah, what we meant is what skills, like stuff you learn at school, stuff you've learned in your life that makes you good for your job. Not just the ambulance.
Just remembering things.
You got a good memory.
Yeah.
What have been the highlights of lockdown?
Pardon?
What have been the highlights of working during lockdown? Have there been any highlights for you and your colleagues at all?
Empty roads where we can go to places more quicker than normal, and also, like the vehicles. Say for instance, we need to go to another ambulance station. we're not spending an hour and a half to get there. We're literally spending 45 to 30 minutes to get into that destination, whereas before we used to take an hour and a half to get to another station to help them out.
Are there any other
No.
good things about the food you got given for free and stuff like that?
Yeah, that was a nice gesture from other people, but I didn't really take much, so it was nothing to do with me. So because obviously the paramedics are helping out people, we're just at the back lines where we're just doing the vehicles. So I didn't really take much to attention of that. So that's really nothing to do with me. So yeah.
Well, I kind of beg to differ, Tony, because you're getting the ambulances ready for the paramedics as well. And I think what happened with COVID-19, the more serious it got, the more the public started to appreciate what everyone in the NHS and in social care sector has been doing. So I was just wondering what you thought of the clapping on a Thursday night. How did that make you feel?
I didn't really take notice of it. I thought, there's more people out there who are risking their own lives, who are more important than me, because I'm not really. I'm just getting on an ambulance, prepping it, obviously with the equipment that I am using. I'm not really focused on that. The clap was more, to me, is more for the people actually out going to someone's houses or going to the hospitals, stuff like that. So I feel that they should have it all, not the people who are at the back lines as well.
Too modest.
I agree.
Way too modest.
I really agree. I think the ambulance staff and the paramedics would find it really difficult if they had to prepare the ambulances themselves. So you are really helping, even if you are in the background and people can't see what you're doing. There's a lot of people like yourself who do a lot of work that's really not recognised, and actually on behalf of a grateful nation, we should be saying thanks to you for the work that you've been doing and for working through lockdown.
Yeah, so like you said before, where if it weren't for us, they will be prepping it themselves. Before we came, I think it was roughly about 2015, 2016, and started helping them prepping their vehicles. And a lot of the vehicles were not going out on the road because of the state of that vehicle. That's why they decided to bring out a contractor like Interserve, which was us, coming out and actually doing the vehicles for them.
Okay, well, that for me really highlights the importance of the work that you've done. Perry, you're with us. Is there any question that you would like to ask?
How did it make you all feel?
So how did you feel working during lockdown?
I actually felt like, a bit upset because I can't go home and, can't stay at home with the family and all that. Can't go to either special events. Even before lockdown happened, I couldn't really potentially go to either barbecues or parties and stuff like that. So it does make me a bit upset that I can't enjoy family time with my family. But at the end of the day, at least I've still got a job and I'm working through certain difficult times. So it's upsetting, but it's really happy as well.
Well, I totally mean about it being upsetting. So once again, I just want to say thank you, and also just to say really how grateful we are that we have people like you that have helped us at a very, very difficult time. I want to thank Tony for agreeing to be interviewed. Thank you so much for taking part with this, Tony. We will be showing this on YouTube, which reminds me to the viewers, when you're watching this video, if you really like the video, hit the like button, and there's a bell there which got the subscribe. Please subscribe so you can watch all our fantastic videos. So I'd like to thank Tony again, Sarah, Gordon, George, and Perry. Thank you so much. This is Lockdown TV. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.